A decade ago, magical portals known as gates began appearing worldwide, acting as entrances to dangerous dungeons that remain active until a boss is defeated, a task only possible for hunters, humans with awakened physical and magical abilities. Hunting quickly became a high-risk, yet highly paid profession. Jin-woo, an E-rank hunter at the very bottom of the hierarchy, is known for his extremely poor combat record, frequently suffering serious injuries even in low-level raids, which earned him the reputation of being the weakest active hunter and a liability among his peers. While higher-ranking hunters enjoy stable and comfortable lives, Jin-woo struggles financially, weighed down by hospital bills and basic living costs. During a raid, he encounters Ji, a B-rank healer who is concerned about his constant injuries and frequent hospital visits. Despite her concern and frustration at his refusal to rely on consistent healing, Jin-woo continues risking his life because he needs money to pay for his mother's ongoing illness, which is not adequately covered by insurance. Jin-woo joins a raid led by Mr. Song targeting a D-rank dungeon, expected to be quick and easy. As the party enters, Jin-woo cautiously stays at the rear while keeping Ji within sight as a safety measure. Despite the dungeon's low difficulty, he is quickly injured during a goblin encounter, prompting other members to mock his weakness and lack of durability. The ridicule continues as Jin-woo remains focused solely on completing the raid for financial reasons. During exploration, the party discovers a rare double dungeon, a hidden secondary area within the main dungeon, presenting an unexpected opportunity with potentially greater rewards but unknown danger. Mr. Song organizes a vote on whether to proceed into the newly discovered chamber or retreat safely. Motivated by the promise of higher rewards, most members lean toward continuing despite the risks. The vote results in a tie, placing the final decision on Jin-woo, who chooses to proceed due to his urgent financial needs, even as Ji openly disapproves of the decision. The group enters a massive, ominous chamber filled with towering stone statues and an unsettling atmosphere. The architecture is grand but foreboding, suggesting danger beyond what they initially expected. At the far end sits a colossal statue on a throne, dominating the room. Inscribed on the walls are 3 commandments: worship God, praise God, and prove thy faith, indicating that the room operates under specific rules that must be followed. As tension builds, one hunter attempts to flee, but is instantly killed by a high-powered energy beam from the central statue, demonstrating the lethal consequences of ignoring the chamber's rules and triggering panic among the group. After another failed escape attempt results in death, Jin-woo identifies the first commandment, instructing everyone to bow before the statue. When the group complies, the statue halts its attacks, confirming that following the rules is the key to survival, though the statue's unsettling smile maintains the tension. The second trial begins as surrounding statues activate and attack moving targets, killing several hunters. Jin-woo deduces the praise God command and directs survivors to stand near statues holding instruments, triggering a temporary reprieve, though the situation remains chaotic. Amid the confusion, Jin-woo suffers a catastrophic injury that results in the loss of his leg. Ji quickly administers first aid to stop the bleeding, keeping him alive as the situation worsens and transitions into the final trial. The final commandment, prove thy faith, activates as an altar ignites with flames that only persist while survivors remain within a designated circle. The exit opens, but statues begin advancing whenever they are not being directly observed, creating a deadly visual lock condition that becomes increasingly difficult to manage. With too few survivors to maintain full visibility of all statues, panic spreads, and several hunters abandon the circle to escape through the exit. Jin-woo, unable to move due to his injuries, remains behind and asks Mr. Song to take Ji with him, recognizing that his survival is no longer possible. Accepting his fate, Jin-woo gives his belongings to Ji and allows himself to be left behind as the others escape. Alone in the chamber, he faces the advancing statues and, in his final moments before the attack, expresses an intense, instinctive desire to survive despite the hopeless situation.